on the ground like a piece of filth.
Brothers Henry and George hate each other.
I can't stand him, he just annoys me in every way.
Shut up. Just shut up, George.
Pick that up.
No.
Now.
Chuck it there, you pick it up.
So, don't fucking...
At home, you could cut the atmosphere with a knife.
For Mum Chrissy and stepdad Christopher, home life is a living hell.
When the boys really start kicking off, it upsets the whole house, it upsets them. It's just one huge horrible spiral.
I don't want to be here, I don't want to get on a plane. I don't want to just miss out on a week and a half of my life.
Every time he gets into any sort of trouble, it's never his fault, he was never there. Even when he's standing on the doorstep with 2 police officers, it wasn't his fault.
What day is it?
So my main worry is for George. He has no life skills, he's got no work ethic.
I think that spending a week with my brother will probably make me worse with him.
I wish I was going alone.
Cheers.
Oh. They've always tried to outdo each other. Now that they're older and they're teenagers, it's just got worse.
Once we're done with this, that's it. I'm not talking to him again.
I don't think that anything could mend our relationship.
I think George and Henry fight so much because they've got very different personalities. George thinks Henry's a show-off.
You're the spawn of Hitler.
Come and say it in my face, you little...
And I think Henry thinks George is a nerd.
George, you emo. Stop slitting your wrist and come to the kitchen. I'll cut you. Had a shower in it.
I've never got seriously hurt, but he has.
I feel a bit bad hitting him sometimes. I know he really can't really even hurt a fly.
One time I punched Henry in the throat while watching TV. He started coughing up blood and went to hospital.
I always wish that I was an only child. Typical day for George. Sleeps until about 3 in the afternoon, get up, lie in bed on his phone, play some PlayStation in his room, stay up in his bedroom till 3 in the morning, sleep, and then repeat.
When I don't get my own way, I kind of make trouble for the whole house. The worst fight I ever had would be with my stepdad. I pulled a knife on him and cops end up having to be called.
I graffiti every day. Walls, trains, buses, just anything you can put your name on. I have had a bit of trouble with the law. Watch out for the train. My general outlook on authority is
I think Henry probably will end up in jail or probably get stabbed because he is such a smart ass. I think he's going to piss off the wrong person.
I think with George and Henry concerned, I get days when I think I could walk out and never come back, or days I think if you walked out and didn't come back, would I be concerned? I've got to carry on trying. They're my sons.
Sometimes the atmosphere in the house put a strain on mine and Chrissy's marriage.
If George and Henry don't change, the day is going to have to come when I'm going to have to make the choice between them or my marriage. But if I do choose them, then I've lost my husband. If I didn't choose them, then I've lost my children too. Goodbye, son.
Have fun.
See you soon. Have fun. Bye-bye.
There you are.
These boys have really lucked out. They're off to the Big Apple, New York. They will be staying 45 minutes out of the city. Dad Kenneth runs the family restaurant. Mum Sylvia has her own real estate business. Daughters Kendra and Triness are involved in the restaurant, while son Marcus is in college. And that's just the start of this extended family.
That's a scary thought, someone trying to challenge my dad.
I mean, I can be tough.
He will not back down.
Anybody know whose shoes these are?
And they will have to submit. There is no other option.
The family business is the world-famous soul food restaurant Sylvia's in the heart of Harlem.
Keep it clean over here. Don't put them on the floor. We all grew up in the business. You could not just sit around. You had to be doing something. We have to solve that problem. Hard work, discipline. Anyone that walks through that door, that guest, is a person, another family member coming into your home.
Having a sense of appreciation for what you have. Guys, have you all eaten? Come and clean up the kitchen.
Work ethics, respect, character,
We are strict in a sense that we are firm in what we stand for. Don't clean around it, move it and put it back. They have to respect us. They're gonna have to respect how we want things governed here. They have to know that. No compromising. We're strict.
I just hope it's not in the middle of nowhere.
We're in New York City. Where is there nowhere? Talking to a spastic brick wall.
Having spent every minute of the 24-hour trip together, George and Henry are tired, irritable, and maybe a little anxious.
If the family are religious, I don't know what I'll do because I'm not a fan of religion.
Aren't you a Satanist, George?
No, I'm not. Shut up.
Well, I just got the impression from all the music you listen to that you would worship the devil. 666? Just it? Ever heard of a smile? Seriously? Hello. Come on, be polite. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Welcome to America.
First time in the U.S.?
Yes, it
Okay. Henry,
Yeah.
George, you are our sons.
I think we're going to have an exciting and remarkable time.
Come on in.
It's a nice house, very nice house.
Thank
And
you.
a castle.
Thank
The
you.
Woods family home is impressively large.
Hi, guys.
And for a reason.
These are kids.
Hey, what's up?
And Kendra.
Every room seems to hold more relatives.
These are all cousins.
This is only 1/10 of the Woods clan. There'll be plenty of more that you'll be meeting, okay?
For these two solitary boys, it's overwhelming.
First impression about their relationship is the fact that although they're brothers, you can tell that they are separate. It was no warmness generating between the two of them. It's like George is George, Henry is Henry.
The house rules are presented with boardroom formality.
Gentlemen, these rules are not just something to look at. We expect them to be followed.
First rule of the house is, you will respect and obey us. No drinking of any alcoholic beverages, no use of profanity, participating in family chores. You're not able to leave the house without permission. Is that clear, George?
Yep.
Is that clear, Henry?
Yes.
Okay.
I expect for you to follow our rules. When I say to do something, I expect it to be done.
You can expect whatever you would like.
I expect for you to follow the rules. Do we understand each other, Henry?
Yes.
Do we understand each other, Henry?
Yes, I do
Okay.
understand that you expect me to do this.
Okay.
Henry might be playing word games, but the expectations are there in black and white.
Is you're going to sign off on this that you understand the rules of the house.
That's not a signature, it's signed.
That better?
I already see that we're gonna have some issues.
Why is that?
I just see that. I see you're very contentious. You just don't follow any kind of rules. You just do things. You just
How would you
do
know that
things.
from talking for 10
just
minutes?
let me get one thing straight. All right, no,
Relax,
wait a
relax,
minute.
just relax.
Wait a minute.
Calm
You're
down,
in my
man.
home right now.
Relax, man.
Henry,
Why are you shouting at me?
you are in my home now. I do not play that kind of stuff here. You understand me?
Chill out.
I do not. No, I want you to get something straight right now. Whatever you have been doing, you're not gonna do it in my home. You understand that? I rule this house. I'm the head of the household. And I just wanted to make sure that he understood that.
I think he's broken his own house rule by disrespecting me.
I just don't want Henry to for me.
Guaranteed, like, his rules are not going to be 100% followed, like, obviously.
We have some things to do. They're going to spend some time with me at the office where they have to do some work together. They're going to actually do some real estate. This is my office, so welcome. I'm going with the fact that I know you are exhausted, okay? But we're going to get this done. They need to be folded, a trifold is what we're going to do.
But the concept of just helping out is a new one for the boys.
Isn't this just the sort of thing you should get paid for? Folding all these sheets and then going and putting them on cars, like, I don't want to do this.
Just a slight touch. Don't damage the car.
Why don't you go there and I'll go here? Seems to me. Mate, you're not even listening to what I'm saying, are you? It's like slave labour.
Henry's not a happy camper, and Sylvia knows it.
Tell me what you would like to do.
I want to go get the train.
We're not going to just allow them to leave freely without knowing where they're going to be headed. And right now, he have no idea where he's headed.
Give him a hand to bring that table. Henry, give me a hand.
They've planned a big family barbecue, and once again, the boys are put to work.
We're just going to get this swept down.
I don't do sweeping at home.
I know you know how to use a broom.
Well, I got to tell you, George, you are a really good-looking guy.
George seems to be enjoying the family attention, but Henry's finding it all a bit much.
You can either follow the rules and have good consequences, or
He's feeling trapped, and an idea begins to form.
Why shouldn't I just go and have fun in New York, you know? Why shouldn't I just go and get out that window, climb out that window right now and just go for a week in New York? Like, I'm never really going to get this opportunity again. To be 16 with no real parents in New York.
Are you dating? No. How about your brother?
I don't know, we don't talk.
I'm pumped. This is all I was thinking about doing. Spitting in the family's face, kicking them in the nuts and going, I'm leaving.
Henry decides to do a runner.
Close the door behind you.
But unexpectedly, he calls in George.
Let's go.
Go where?
Times Square.
Now.
Right now.
With?
We can climb straight out that window. We both have $50.
This is the first time in years Henry has suggested he and George hang out.
$5. Come on. As soon as I really thought about doing this, energy just came back. And look at me now. Pumped. Let's go.
You can go if you want. You don't need me to hold your hand.
Think about it. They're Christians. You can just repent.
No.
And they won't be angry at you.
No.
Oh, my God.
But even the adventure of a lifetime can't bring these brothers closer.
I did want to go, and I probably would have if I wasn't so sick and tired.
It's still worth it. It's definitely still worth going. I'm going to get changed quickly and then, actually, no, I'm not. That'll look suspicious. I'm going to go downstairs and say goodnight. I'm probably just going to go to bed now.
You're going to go to bed early?
Yeah.
You're not going to eat anything?
No, I'm fine.
Henry, come on. We hugging this family. Uh-oh. How you doing, baby?
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you? Thank you.
Barbecue chicken.
All right, I'll have one bit.
Barbecue chicken.
One piece for you.
So you getting ready to turn in?
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed.
Okay. Good night. Up high.
Up high.
Good night.
Do I feel like a prick or what? They're just so nice. I don't have to do this to them. But oh well.
I think Henry can look after himself if he wants to, and if he can't, then it's his own fault.
Just making it look like I'm in here. Looks all good. This way. This is going to be fun. Fuck sitting in a bedroom sleeping when I'm 16 years old in New York. Excuse me.
And make a left on Grampton.
So wait, which way?
Keep walking Prospect till you get to Fulton, then you'll make a left on Fulton.
What kind of consequences could there really be? Like, what can they do? Nothing.
Henry's headed to the pulsing heart of New York City, Times Square.
There's nothing you can't do.
Graffiti artist in Henry is drawn straight to one store.
Where can I go to get paint? Just met some riders, got a number. Gonna go for a paint with them later on in the week. I'll be talking to you later on in the week then. Have a good one. Oh, the Naked Cowboy guy. I've heard of this guy.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be naked cowboys.
So good.
At home, Kenneth is doing his nightly rounds.
Huh? Wow. Going fishing?
Okay.
For what? Wow.
Okay, so let's see where he's fishing. Sorry, George. You're okay, right?
You have any idea what's going on with him?
I want to look outside and see if he's around. How would he get down, first of all? How would he get down off the ledge? Henry is not in his room. He's gone. He went out the window. I'm amazed that he jumped off this ledge. I'm not happy. I felt that he was okay with the rules of the house. My first concern is Henry and what is going on with him and where is he. That's my first concern. And the rest of it, I will deal with it when I see him.
Henry's living the dream.
Not bad for $6.
He's bought the t-shirt, got a tattoo.
That's good. Do you like it? I like it.
And now he's on the hunt for the ideal spot to graffiti.
Want some coins?
Yeah, man.
There you go. Yeah.
And look at these guys. These guys is crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, man. Yo, thanks a lot.
Have a good one, man.
Henry's concern for others is commendable, but a bit selective.
I need all of you to kind of walk around, check the streets, and see if we can find him. Because right now, this definitely does not make me happy.
I mean, he don't know any which way to even go.
That's the interesting thing about kids. They don't have to know. They don't need to know because they're not thinking beyond that point.
Henry has no idea of the storm he's unleashed back at the family house.
If he doesn't come back shortly, then I will call 911 and get backup help to find him, is what I will do.
This your place?
Yeah, tell him Rico sent you.
In New York, bad boy Henry has run away to Times Square, and he's having the time of his life.
Rico gave me this, said to come, say his name. Get the in the store away.
But back home, the entire is searching for him.
Did you go around Route 22? Did you all around the neighborhood? You didn't see him walking anywhere? Okay, this is getting crazy right now. This is getting a bit much.
Let him know what time it is, you heard?
It's been the night of all nights.
Hey!
But for this 16-year-old, it's time to be heading home.
If they know I'm gone, I'll just tell them I went for a little stroll around the block, or tell them I was sleepwalking.
Even the little bit of trust that we had, it now is completely gone.
Yeah.
By the time he returns, the house appears to be quiet, and Henry's plan is simple.
Sneak back in, go to bed, sleep, get up in the morning, act like nothing ever happened. Hopefully no one's watching. Wait, how am I going to get this back? It's going to be so loud. It's going to be harder than I thought.
Everybody out looking for you. The neighborhood, my neighbors looking for you. For what?
I got a t-shirt and a temporary tattoo.
You will not be able to live it up here in New York this week.
You are such a selfish little thing, I'm telling you. You will find out that you screwed up, okay? You screwed up. You screwed with this family. When you screw with this family, you done screwed up. Don't leave this house again without permission.
But I already asked.
Don't do it again.
If I asked, you would have said no.
Don't do it again. You are on lockdown.
The next morning,
They watch what you do.
Kenneth and Sylvia make Henry face up to the impact of his late night adventure.
Zaire, how did you feel that Henry left the house last night?
I felt scared.
You were scared?
I said I was scared too and see if he was okay.
He's new to the place. You don't know where to go.
Yeah, who's out there?
So we were just worried to see if he was all right.
I felt bad for them because I'm his own brother and I didn't care what shit he was in.
It's a sobering moment for Henry to realise just how much he's upset the entire household.
Sorry about if you guys are worrying, by the way.
Yeah, we're very worried because we all bonded with you yesterday.
For Henry, the consequences of his night on the town are only just beginning. When they arrive at the family restaurant, he's called straight to Kenneth's office.
Last night was a real disaster. It affected all of us. The bottom line is that we have a set of rules. The bottom line is that those rules was not followed.
The only good part about this whole trip so far was last night.
You don't get it.
You're not even taking in anything I'm saying. It's just,
I am.
You just you're not going to, is there any way to make you actually take in what I'm saying?
He's very outspoken. He's very argumentative. He's not looking at the larger picture. He's looking at only immediate gain.
It's time to bring out the big gun. Kitchen hand and ex-con Solidate.
You ever heard of boot camp?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a boot camp drill instructor.
Drill instructor.
You don't believe me? When I'm done with Henry, he's gonna be more responsible to his duties as a young man, to his parents. So you get that out of the corner.
How much longer do I have to do this for?
Till we finish.
Yeah, his hands will be like this. In New York City, at 16 years old, you cannot run around by yourself. Every morning I turn on the news, there's a kid being shot by a stray bullet. Meaning, I'm shooting at this guy, but you walking past and you get hit. That happens every day in New York. You understand that? Be smart, man.
And the jobs just keep on coming.
I have to peel yams, this box, and then probably this box and this box, maybe this box, and if I'm lucky, this one too.
There you go. Give it a good grade with the blade, eh?
I'm tired, my legs hurt. My legs are really sore. I'm standing up for so long.
So your brother, where's your brother?
I don't know, out in the restaurant
He's
somewhere.
probably having fun, having a ball right now, and you're peeling yams.
Yeah.
The restaurant's not what I expected. It's a lot bigger.
No biscuits?
I'll try one. I've never had grape jelly.
George is enjoying the southern hospitality, but he's also keen to get out and about.
I respect the house rules, but I'm also don't know when I'm going to be back in New York, so I want to have as much fun as I can.
He's having mixed feelings about not joining Henry last night.
I don't know if I'll break a rule, but I guess I'm going to take it one day at a time and see what happens.
Henry hopes this nasty yam injury is his ticket out.
I think we're finished now, unless Mr. decides he wants me to do some more.
But Mr. does have one final pan of potatoes.
We want them to learn from their errors. Now we're in the consequence phase. He's probably angry, disgusted. It need to turn into being disappointed in himself because he brought it on himself.
Pretty exhausted. I was already tired before I started this. It's been actually a pretty terrible day overall.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too. Thank you for the help.
It's been a tough day for Henry.
Are you tired?
Yeah, a bit.
But despite Henry's punishment, George is starting to seriously envy his little brother's night on the town.
I'm 18 in New York. I want to go out and have a good time.
And tonight, George is the one looking for action.
Like, there's so much we can do around here.
Do you want to do that tonight then?
Is this quiet brother the biggest rule breaker of all?
I think if we don't get some freedom pretty soon, I think we're both going to crack.
In New York, it's now quiet brother George who wants to break free.
If I can't go out and do the shit I want, I'm just going to do it no matter what.
Strict Mum Sylvia senses there's more to George than meets the eye.
I think the tables are turning a little bit with the two boys. The way I perceived Henry, I think in actuality, George is that way beneath the surface.
Her plan is to keep the boys so busy, there's no time for trouble.
You all are going to have to prepare the meal for lunch.
They have to feed the entire clan.
How many people do you think it'll be for?
You might have maybe about 20, 25.
I know, just like a club sandwich or BLT.
We can still roast.
That, no.
That's easy, man.
I'm doing my idea. You can do something separate and we'll just combine it.
Chill out.
Just get cold chicken.
Cold chicken?
You can buy chicken.
It's not a BLT. BLT has to have bacon in it, or it'll be a CLT. We need at least one more thing.
How many times do I need to say this? If you want something else, you add it. I'm not doing it. I'm cooking what I want.
He just wants to keep it really, really simple to me. He just wants to make it easier for himself. I don't know, man. I'm making mashed potatoes.
Henry, being the retard he is, he wanted to make it harder than it needed to be.
Having a bad idea is better than having no idea at all.
Well, I agree.
What do we need?
Listen,
what have I said that will take? I don't want to make a roast.
Guys, no, listen, both of you listen.
It's a UN-level face-off, but finally they reach an agreement.
All right, so I think you guys should shake hands on this because this is your menu that you all just created. All right.
Next, they hit the shop. What else?
Well, you do the mashed potato because you know how to do it and we make sandwiches.
Yeah, sweet.
Oh, no.
Do you get bacon?
Was it?
No, we've got bacon.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
What, you're going to make a BLT without bacon? How did you forget that?
We didn't have enough money.
It's still, like, not even to realise you don't have it.
Yeah, so?
Marcus is left to bring home the bacon, while the brothers continue to bicker.
You didn't remember it either, so don't blame me.
It was your thing.
And you had the list, so...
I gave it to you.
And I gave it back to you.
Well, at least Sylvia has got the boys communicating.
You were supposed to be checking things off.
Where's the potato peeler? I've never done it with this before.
While their kitchen skills are basic, George is working his pants off.
George, I want your pencil just a touch, okay? George, you better check your meat in the oven because I'm smelling something. Ooh. Oh my gosh.
And incredibly, not long after midday, the boys have lunch on the table.
Lunch is being served.
That's a beautiful looking salad. Who made that?
We both did.
Oh.
They did it together.
I am impressed.
I'm impressed.
My God. This is delicious.
Henry's Australian mashed potatoes.
They worked together and they came up with something good. It worked well.
Yeah.
It was good that they all liked it. Like, they all are in the restaurant business, and yeah, it was pretty good.
I think this deserves applause, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We were working together, but we had our own projects. I reckon it went good. I don't reckon it would have gone down that way if we were still in Melbourne.
With George already reflecting on home and the family dynamics, Sylvia decides it's time to hear from someone special.
This is a letter from your mom.
Thank you.
My darling George.
I hope you're enjoying your time in New York and it has opened your eyes to how other families function.
It distresses me a great deal to see how the relationships in our family have deteriorated over the past couple of years. The constant bickering, insults and physical fights have become a part of our daily lives whenever the two of you together leave me feeling drained and numb. It's like doing 10 rounds with Mike Tyson trying to keep peace between you two.
You've also become very good at using emotional blackmail to get me to do what you want. When you come out with statements like, you prefer Henry to me.
You're both my sons and I love you both. I have lovely memories of our times together, and these memories make me happy when I think about them or look at the photos. Please remember, George, that I love you very much.
Lots of love, always, Mum. When she talks, I kind of just don't pay attention, and it's kind of just white noise in the background. But reading it, it's kind of right there, and you have to.
It's got so much potential. Just won't wake up to himself.
When we get home, I think me and Henry should definitely try to make things better for our mum's sake. but I have no idea how. We're just gonna have to take it one day at a time and see what it's like when we get back.
At least George is open to finding a new way forward with Henry.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Give him glory. Lord, he's the King of Kings. Give him glory. Lord, he's the King of Kings.
And the plan actually seems to be working. The boys are opening up like never before. But headstrong Henry has a secret plan.
I'm gonna go paint the side of a train in New York. Like, graffiti started in New York.
If he's caught painting illegally here, he will end up in jail. But he doesn't seem to care.
It's just like the lifelong ambition. Do a panel in New York, where it all began.
In New York, brothers George and Henry have slowly started to come to a better understanding of each other.
Their communication between the two of them, the sharing and their conversation, I really see is beginning to open up.
His family now wants the brothers to meet up with other local teenagers.
What are like the differences you see in between like New York City and Melbourne?
A lot of things. Everything is a heap, very, very different. A lot of Australians have bad things to say about American people.
Henry's invited to be part of a student film. It's about his overriding passion.
It's art. Graffiti is a form of art and self-expression.
When did you first start, tagging and doing graffiti?
First started doing graffiti about 3 years ago. You gotta do graffiti, everyone should.
Henry paints illegally nearly every day back home in Melbourne.
I keep it up, paint trains.
Thank you.
I think Henry will have the sense of nothing really bad is going to happen to me, and that is not a good thing.
I would like you to introduce yourself to Henry.
How you doing, Henry?
And George. And
Izzy works at the restaurant. He too has a long and complicated love affair with graffiti.
Me and my brother, it was just us two. We just pretty much ran the streets, smoke weed, and do whatever we want pretty much. Doing something like this will give you, what, a year in jail.
It's fun.
It's fun?
It's what I like to do. It's what I love,
Okay.
I missed out on my whole teenage life pretty much because of following the wrong crowd. I was locked up for almost 3 years.
I have no intention of stopping doing illegal graffiti.
See, the thing about it,
at any time.
Where does it lead?
It's either gonna wind up in jail or dead, or really hurt.
Okay.
Or just some place you don't want to be.
I know what I'm doing. Like, I know I can be smart enough about it to kind of get away with it. Like, it's been working for me so far. I figure I got to paint here though. Like, that's where it all started. It's like going to Jerusalem and not praying.
It's from your mom. A letter from your mom, okay?
My darling Henry, I don't want to read this.
I'm very worried about the path you appear to be taking and where it might lead you.
You've always been artistic, but the form of art you've chosen to express yourself at the moment could get you in big trouble.
I know you'll think that I'm being hysterical, but it worries me every time you leave the house.
I hold my breath every time there's a knock on the door, just in case it's the police again.
We used to have good times together, and you used to talk to me. Now all we ever seem to do is lock horns.
There's a big world out there just waiting for you, so please don't waste it.
I love you, Henry. And nothing can change that. But we just seem to got a little off track. Let's fix it. Enjoy the rest of your trip, and I'll see you soon. Lots of love, always, Mum.
How much do you love your mom? Do you love your mom more than you love graffiti? Or do you love graffiti more?
My mama, probably. Oh, yeah, my mom.
She's worried to death. Is it worth it? Huh?
I think so. I'm not gonna lie to your face.
No, I don't want you
I'll
to
probably
lie.
go back to Australia. I'll probably be doing a piece on Friday night.
Yeah.
Illegally.
I feel your mom pain then. I feel her pain.
Kenneth is not a man used to feeling powerless. And soon, he has a plan of action.
We know that you have a passion for the graffiti arts. We're gonna be heading downtown to pick up some material that you use to do your markings with.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good?
Thank you.
That's good.
He's discovered a hidden graffiti wonderland. And it's legal.
How many cans you got?
5, just 5.
Okay.
Today.
All right.
5 Points is a massive playground for graffers.
You ever see a place this big?
Not this big.
I'm gonna give you a little ladder. And you do this right here. Okay?
All right.
Henry has a wall all of his own. It's a New York dream come true.
It's gonna be a good place to paint. It's gonna be a good thing to tell my mates. Like, oh yeah, what did you do this week? Oh, I just went to New York, did a piece.
You want to do an entirely different look, huh?
And Sylvia has plans for George.
Yep.
So what we're going to start with, you're going to cut your hair for real? You're going to do it?
Yep.
He has beautiful hair.
Yes, yes.
So George, this one right here, what do you think about that one?
Yep.
Oh, that looks good.
Okay.
It's a new start, I guess.
I think Henry is at a major crossroad in his life. He's torn between the little boy and the grown-up boy, and the sense of being irresponsible or being responsible. He's torn. It's too close to manhood. It's too close to the rest of his life not to get serious about things now.
One more thing.
Pretty impressed. Very proud.
You know, you have to hang up the towels. All right, man? Good having you out here. All right.
Thanks a lot. All right.
See you later. Pleasure.
Better than before.
It's near the end of their visit, and the boys finally seem to be enjoying each other's company.
Good buying $1.
But after years of fighting, can 1 week in New York deliver a permanent ceasefire? At Sylvia's restaurant in New York, preparations are underway for a special event.
Today is going to be a really big day for us. We're going to be celebrating our 49th anniversary with the business.
Listen up, we're running very low on cornbread, okay?
George and Henry are being put to work and are pitching in with real enthusiasm.
You can hold it up.
Not that,
hold
yeah,
the pan
hold it
up.
up. Aerosol doesn't spray downwards.
Today being the anniversary, having George and Henry be part of it, I wouldn't see it any other way.
There you go.
Cannot run out of cornbread. There was this natural part of the family. Nice, fluffy, and nice and hot. George and Henry, Sylvia's cornbread. On behalf of the Woods family, we'd just like to thank the community for blessing us with 49 years. As Mom said, let's eat.
The locals are flocking to the breakfast.
Enjoy.
But there's one couple who's here for a different reason.
It's just nice to see them side by side, doing something together.
The boy's mother, Chrissy, and stepdad, Christopher, have secretly flown to New York to see just how the brothers are faring.
They look very grown up and mature over there.
Extra biscuit for the little man.
Thank you.
Enjoy your breakfast.
I'm very proud of them. I want to go over there and see them.
Everyone from presidents to pop stars regularly eat at Sylvia's.
Before y'all go back, I have some special guests I need y'all to serve. Let's do this correct, okay?
The boys have no idea their mum and stepdad are in New York.
Yeah, no way.
How are you?
Good.
All good? How are you? Oh, good. Good to see you, mate.
Have you been having a good time?
Yeah, it's been good. We cooked a meal for like everyone.
We made sandwiches, mashed potato and salad.
Okay.
Just you two?
Yeah.
And when did you get this done?
2 days ago.
Where's that from?
I did it in Queens.
You did that graffiti in Queens?
Yes, the blue one on the top.
Was it good?
It was good. Thank you.
So these are the parents who've been taking care of my boys. My boys here.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hello.
Oh, it's been a pleasure having you boys.
Very nice to meet you.
And you?
They're great guys. They really are. And they're unique in their own way, each of them.
The communication, the way they speak to each other completely changed. I'm very proud to say that I think the entire family actually witnessed the difference between them coming in, not opening up to each other or us, and being able to do it with us, and most important, themselves.
I think the guys will never forget this experience with you guys, and can't thank you enough.
I think they kind of like their new American parents just a little bit. Right, George?
I will miss both Henry and George. I really want to keep in touch because I would like to see how it all, how they turn out. They have some genuine, great, beautiful qualities.
We have a little something for you as a thank you.
This whole week's been amazing. I would say the family are the nicest people I've ever met.
It has been life-changing. Hope to see you all down under.
Now I feel a lot more confident, a lot more talkative. I have goals. I'm ready to go home and see what I can do.
1, 2, 3.
Australia and Harlem.
I can't thank you enough.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Yeah, we'll be in touch.
See you, mate. Thanks again.
All right, mate.
Oh, they were great. Make sure we come see you guys.
I'm certain that we will be together again. It's lifelong.
I think the relationship between me and Henry, it's changed a little bit, but I think this is a really good start. And in time, I think that we can learn to get along.
I do appreciate the fact that I've been able to have this experience here. They're good family. They're nice, all of them.
Sweet mom like a queen, you only have one. Yes.
Maybe I have changed. Maybe I'll be different to my mum. Maybe I'll be a better son and brother. But, the only way I'm going to know is by going back and seeing what happens.
Bye.